Latest satellite and radar imagery here for Ian, showing us that the storm is well inland now, that center of circulation somewhere here on the border between South Carolina and North Carolina, providing lots and lots of rain here, extending down all the way from the Carolinas up towards parts of New Jersey. Even New York City will probably see some showers out of this, just with how large the storm has become as it begins to traverse inland and weaken. And you may notice that it doesn't really look too much like a hurricane at the moment, and that's because it's not a hurricane. In fact, it's not even a tropical system at this point. It was a hurricane when it made landfall here in South Carolina, but as it has moved north, it is combining with a cold front, which has made the storm post-tropical, meaning that it's lost its tropical characteristics, namely the temperatures within the core of the storm have transitioned from warm to much colder, so we can't really designate it as a tropical system, though it's still maintaining some strength here. It's equivalent right now to a tropical storm in terms of winds. Latest advisory has those winds at around 60 miles per hour, so those impacts are still going to be felt in terms of wind, rainfall flooding, freshwater flooding, and of course even some storm surge, as the circulation and the winds aren't entirely off the coastline just yet. But overall, we still have at least another 24 to 36 hours to go before this system really starts to weaken out completely and we stop seeing the impacts overall. We're still going to see some rain probably north of the Carolinas here over the next couple of days, something that we will definitely not be seeing here in mid-Missouri, as we're expecting a much drier pattern than even what we're used to for the past couple of days. We've been very dry here in the region, and we're going to continue to be dry probably for at least the next 5 days or so. Satellite and radar not really showing anything at all at the moment. Even clouds are really not appearing here, and it's going to be that way again for quite some time. Our sunshine trend showing us that we have abundant amounts of sunshine expected here from Saturday through Monday for the rest of that weekend. And even as we head into next week, we'll still be staying mostly sunny here, as the Midwest, or here in mid-Missouri at least, we get a rare instance of some very continuous temperatures and weather patterns without really seeing too many big swings. We take a look at our temperature trend here, and you can see exactly that, really staying within around 1 or 2 degrees here of that average here in the middle 70s, not changing really much at all. Our low temperatures telling a similar story, staying in the higher 40s to lower 50s, and our humidity with these temperatures is going to be very low. So low it doesn't even register here on our humidity trend chart. Dew points are going to be well below 55 degrees or so, and it's a sure sign that fall is definitely here to stay, as we won't have any of that added humidity. Even if temperatures do exceed our predictions and get into the lower 80s, it's not going to be very bad at all. Not really going to see any of that moisture in the air. Speaking of moisture, we're not expecting any of that over the next 5 days, at least in the form of rain. 0% all across the board, though mid-Missouri could kind of use it here, as we are increasing our drought monitor over the last couple of days. September's been a pretty dry month. Areas where that dryness has increased, that drought is here in mid-Missouri, severe drought in some locations. But back to now, 47 degrees for tonight, clear skies, a little chilly overall before we head into tomorrow. We'll be a little bit warmer in the 70s. And again, that trend of sunny skies and temperatures in the 70s will be continuing throughout the rest of the weekend and into next week.